Hey guys, I am back with another teen advice rant video or whatever we're calling them. I'm also wearing a lot less makeup in this photo. I do have a little bit of powder Pure Minerals on, which is my new favorite thing. But and a little bit of lip gloss, but I consciously didn't wear a lot of makeup in this video because I'm kind of going to be talking about why you don't need to feel that you need to always be looking your best, or makeup doesn't mean that you're looking your best. And I thought, hey, maybe I should actually put my money where my mouth is. So anyways, there's a couple things that I wanted to address in this video before I kind of go on my rampage. One is that, yes, I'm not wearing as much makeup, and I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of videos, a lot of comments saying, oh, you don't even wear makeup, you don't get it, you don't get why we're trying to look so good, blah, blah, blah. Watch any of my other videos, I wear makeup. I do wear makeup sometimes I don't wear makeup, but I'll go more into that later in the video. The second thing I get a lot of comments on is people saying I'm old. I'm in my 20s, so, I'm not ashamed to admit that. If you think that's old, then I kind of feel sorry for you. If you're 16 and you're you're so old, blah, blah, blah. It's I'm 10 years older than you. And if you're that young that you think that 10 years is this completely distant foreign thing, all I can say is you have a lot of growing up to do, and maybe being so old isn't a bad thing, because obviously you have some learning to do, and that's not a bad thing, because when you are a teenager you do have learning to do. I was thought I was a genius when I was a teenager, and I did some foolish things, but I also didn't do anything that would affect me for the rest of my future. So that's the thing, if you want to be a teenager, if you want to do whatever, go nuts, but don't get pregnant, don't drop out of high school, don't do things that are going to fuck your life up for the rest of your life. So, and that's the other thing I wanted to say is, when people are you're so old, it's I'm in my 20s, I don't even have wrinkles, how am I so old? Also, there's a huge population of people in America that are under the age of 20 that have children, a huge, insane amount of people. To me, you're so old. I don't have kids. I don't have those responsibilities. I can get up and do whatever I want. In fact, I have some disposable, well, I wouldn't say disposable income, because you can always be saving your income, but I'm not living paycheck to paycheck, freaking out that I'm going to pay my bills. If I want to go out for dinner, or if I want to buy a shirt, I can do that. To me, that's way more freedom than you have at your age as a kid. So, I don't know, what is old? To me, if you're 17 and you have a baby, you're old. And that's because you have to grow up and have some responsibility. So, to me, old is relative. You make the choices of whether or not you're going to be living an old life. And, I don't know, I just wanted to address that because I'm really kind of sick and tired of hearing that. I'm not ashamed of how old I am, but I just want to say, I don't know why. Oh my god, just wait till you're 28 and tell me if you think that it's old then, because especially in today's day and age, I'm the same age as Beyonce. I'm younger than Beyonce, so anyways, the point of this video is nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but I just wanted to precursor that because I'm really not wanting to get all these annoying messages, which I'm sure I'm going to now. Anyways, the point of today's video is girls that take pictures the following. Girls that have constant pictures of themselves like this. Oh, wait. Let me show my cleavage. Let me, make sure I have tons of makeup on. Make sure I only show this angle. Make sure I only show myself from this shoulder. These girls that are going out of their way to take these angles to make themselves look super gorgeous, model-like, and then post them on Facebook. I literally saw an episode of Dr. Phil the other day where a girl, that's all she does. This 18-year-old girl just sits at home all day and just takes pictures of herself on Facebook and different camera angles with different makeup and different clothes and different hairstyles, and just post them on Facebook. And it's just on the one hand, I get it. I get that you are young. You're probably going to be the most attractive you're ever going to be between the ages of 15 and 25. So, you're young, you're probably relatively thin, you have tons of makeup, and you think the more makeup, the more clothes, the more jewelry, you have all these accessories to play with, and you really want to show that off. You want to be look how hot I can be. I can be this hot. My dog's why are you so worked out? I'm so worked up, Mom. I can be this hot, like, look how hot I am, like, from this angle with this light, when I only show myself from this angle, I am, like, a model knockout. And I kind of get that. It's the same concept of, like, glamour shots or whatever. Like, you want to show people what you can look like at your very best. And, hey, let's be real. Like, I have a YouTube channel that tells you how to do your makeup. So I totally get that you want to look your best. That's not what those pictures portray about you, though. When I see a girl, for example, like when I see a picture of a girl at a wedding that is in her nice dress and her hair and makeup are done, and, you know, maybe not like overly done, but she just has a really nice amount of hair and makeup, and like, you know, maybe a professional did it, and she's just smiling, and, you know, she's wearing her dress. To me, I'm like, wow, that girl in that photo looks good. Because not only is she beautiful, but she looks confident, and she looks happy, and she's with her friends, and she's like in a normal setting. When I see a picture of a girl going like this, even if you look good in that photo, even if you technically, like, your hair looks good, sometimes those girls do look really hot in those photos. But whenever I see a camera in the photo, or you can tell they're taking it in the mirror or whatever, to me that screams, I'm hot and I have no self-esteem. To me, that just screams, yeah, my body might be attractive for this brief window of time, but my self-esteem is so low that some guy or something's going to get a hold of me that in 5-10 years, I'm going to be not happy, not looking like this. Like, to me, when I see those girls, like, the hotness is the last thing I'm looking at. I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, like, this girl has no self-esteem. Like, she just wants... You want attention from guys, you need attention from guys, you're putting those pictures up to be validated so that people will say, oh my god, you're so beautiful, you're so hot, like, oh my god. It's so transparent what you're doing. That's what I just want to say. When you post pictures like that, it's absolutely so see-through your motivation that although you may have dolled yourself up and you look nice in that one single second, in that one single angle, your friends know what you look like. Like, the people on Facebook are your friends. They have seen you. So if you're usually, like, hair pulled back in a greasy pony, no makeup on, like, track pants, looking like a smash asshole, and then you post some nice pictures of you on Facebook, everyone knows it's a huge front, and let's say you look good all the time. All you think, like, sometimes I see girls that I know they're beautiful, like, I'm like, oh my god, you're so pretty, but you can tell they don't know that. They're constantly, like, fixing their hair and, like, constantly, like, going like this and, like, looking at themselves in the mirror and just, like, those actions make you unbeautiful. To me, like, a beautiful girl is a girl that's just like, and, like, the wind's blowing in her hair, but she doesn't care because she knows, like, she's not thinking, do I look beautiful or not? Like, she has more substance than just the physical way that she looks, but that makes her even more beautiful because I'm like, oh my god, that girl's so pretty. And she has this amazing personality, so that makes her, like, the most beautiful girl in the world. I just want you to understand that the way that what you're doing is coming across is probably not the way you're intending it. Because, honestly, every guy that sees photos like that, all they think of is, hey, look at that hot girl that is probably really easy because she has no self-esteem. She'll be easy to do it with, but I wouldn't actually date her because, ew, she posts sexy pictures of herself on the internet. Like, because I'll tell you, if my boyfriend came home and my status photo was a sexy picture of me in the mirror like this, I'd have some explaining to do. Like, who am I trying to get attention from? Why am I doing that? Like, and hey, if I want to show him the picture, that's fine, but it's like, what is your motivation? Ask yourself that, like, why are you posting these? Because you want guys to tell you that you look hot. It's so fucking transparent. Your friends aren't your friends because you're a model. They know what you look like. And I also think it's so annoying when, like, you have these certain friends that you take a picture of in public or whatever, and then they're like, let me see that, and they're, like, freaking out. They want to see the picture of themselves. They're like, delete that, delete that, delete that. I'm like, this is what you look like. If you don't like that, then fucking change it. But that's how you look like. And you know what? I'm not going to sit here and say, like, every picture of me, I'm like this hot model. Totally. I'm not saying that. But I'm not so self-conscious that if a picture of me going like this exists, then I'm going to fucking lose my mind. Like, ugh, who cares? Who cares that there's one weird picture where you're like making a weird face that exists? Who fucking cares? I don't know. And it's just like, ah! Even the hottest models in the world will have a weird photo taken of them. Like, look at like celebrity gossip magazines that you're like, there's like a weird picture taken of me. It's just like, are you that disillusioned that you think that no one has ever seen any sort of weird face come out of your like face that you have to delete it? Like you're the president and it's a picture of your penis. Like, get over yourself. That's all I want to say to those people is get over yourself. Like, why do you care so much if there is a picture where you're not looking so fucking hot that's out there? Like, duh! Oh my god. Apparently that really annoys me. Okay, so if you are just whatever, like not gonna listen to me, you still want to post pictures of yourself like going like this, like, oh, I'm so hot, like, oh, I look so fucking hot today. You just can't resist because you look so hot. Please put your camera on something and then step away and take a picture of yourself. That's all one point I have to say. No one's going to do that because everyone just loves their phone and it doesn't leave their hand and they can't take a picture anything more than arm's length away. So when you do take this horrible picture of you that you know is going to just make you look like a low self-esteem hot slut, make sure that there's no dirty clothes, garbage, and disgusting messy room in the background. I think it's fucking hilarious when these girls post these pictures with their hair perfectly done, their makeup perfectly done, their clothes down to a T, and they take a picture and there's dirty underwear and socks in the background. Like their room is in the background and it's just this filthy, disgusting room. There's a YouTube channel I actually know where there's a girl that's beautiful, has gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous hair, amazing makeup tutorials, and her house is a disgusting pigsty. Like, I'm just like, how do you put that much effort into the way you look, but you don't put any effort into the way your home looks or the way that you function in your home? Like, I don't have a lot of company, but like, do you see my stuff's organized? It makes it easier to use. Like, I just don't understand how you can be that in love with the way you look and completely ignore the way that your home looks. Like, to the point where you can literally take a photo where you're looking hot and the ugly background of the room is in the background and you don't notice it. Your striking beauty of how fucking hot you are makes it impossible for you to even see the background. Like, oh my god. The other thing is, I'm not saying that moms aren't hot. There are some hot moms out there. There are some moms that are way hotter than me, and I don't have kids. I'm not saying there aren't hot moms. But a stroller, a child, or dirty diapers, or bottles, or any kind of child toys on the floor, are not hot in a photo. You don't want to be looking at a girl with her tits hanging out, or dressed up to the nines to go to the bar, with her children's toys laying all around her at her feet. That's not hot. Again, not saying that moms aren't hot, not saying you can't be a hot mom, but go to a room where your children's toys aren't strewed about, and maybe people won't see a gaping vagina laying at your feet. Because to me, like, I have to say it when I see like babies, I think like vagina. Hate it! Also, the whole like fish face thing, like, or like whatever that's about, that's not attractive. So I don't know like how that rumor got started, but I'm not going to go into a big thing. Like, I'm just going to say that's not attractive. So stop making that face. Unless it's a joke. If it's a joke, hilarious. Hilarious joke. But if it's like, ooh, I'm attractive, like, ooh, look at my fish face, like, no. The other thing about like the chicks like that have like maybe some extra pounds on them, again, not hating on the extra pounds, but don't try and post pictures where like you're misleading about like, oh, look how thin I am in this picture, like here's this weird angle of me over the shoulder where I look super thin, when, you know, like, don't continuously be posting pictures where you're deceptively obviously making yourself look a lot thinner when everyone knows that's not the case. Because like, maybe you should take that time and instead of putting all this effort into creating the illusion that you're thin, put some effort into actually like making yourself healthier so that you feel better about yourself inside and outside. Again, not hating on people that are overweight, because I have had struggles with that. I'm just saying that you're not presenting yourself in the same way that you think, because everyone knows your real weight. So if you really, really hate it that much, like, there are things you can do to actually change it instead of just creating a facade on Facebook. So in closing, I'll just say, I'm not hating on chicks for trying to look hot. I totally get that. I like to look pretty. We all like to look pretty. I'm not hating on that at all. But I'm just trying to say that when you do certain things, you're not coming across the way that you think that you might be. So I just wanted to like tell everyone that, because no one told me when I was 15, like, boys just want to have sex with you and they'll lie to you. Like, I had to figure that out on my own. Thank God I didn't actually like do it with any guy, but like, you know, you can kiss a guy and you think he's going to be your boyfriend and then he doesn't want to be your boyfriend, and like, that's devastating. And I just wish someone had told me that. Like, no one told me that. So I want to give everyone the benefit of the doubt that maybe just no one has told you how much this is not working for you. So just leave nice pictures of you that, you know, you're at the beach with your friends, or like even ones where you're like, shh, oh, we're at the beach, it's fun. But the ones where you're like overly posing and you're in your bedroom and, you know, that just screams low self-esteem. So go get some professional photos done if you want to have some nice photos of you. Again, not hating on that. Just saying, don't post pictures of you from your cell phone in the mirror all the time, every day on Facebook.